I come to sing you an Irish song you've never heard before. And if you're lucky, your chances are you'll never hear no more. I picked it up in Dublin town from a leprechaun I met. Whilst I was chasing butterflies, he fell into my net. Oh, I let him go, though, straight away, for he was a friendly sport. He said, "My name is Leslie O'Connery. They call me Les for short." Well, I could scarce believe my eyes. He wasn't 1 foot big. As he tipped his hat and twirled his cane and danced an Irish jig, and he says to me, "What be your name? And don't give me no Blarney." Well, I puffed my chest and told him proud, "My name is Duffy Shoney." Well, he turned a flip and gave a hoot and says, "You don't look the Irish sort." I said, "Just the same, it's still my name. They call me Duff for short." Well, he lit his pipe and took a puff and blew a smoke ring in the breeze, and says to me, "My good friend Duff, I owe you one good wish. You could have kept me in your net and never set me free, and I feel as if I'm in your debt. So what's your fancy be? I'm an Irishman. Of my good word of this you can report. My name is Leslie O'Connery. They call me Les for short." "A wish," I says. "A wish? I've got one. Perhaps you'll find absurd. But after all, if you recall, you did give me your word." "Aye, yes," he says, and stared in disbelief as I asked him to present a plate of cabbage and corned beef. "What? What kind of wish is that to wish?" he says, and give a funny snort. "Now I know the reason why they call you Duff for short." And he says, "Oh, come now, man, it ain't every day that a real live magic leprechaun should come along your way. Well, I can grant you anything you fathom in your head. Don't you want for something else besides just being fed? Don't you want some finer thing? Something that you could never afford? My name is Leslie O'Connery. They call me Les for short." "Well," I says, "perhaps there is one more thing you could do for me. Could you teach me how to sing an Irish melody?" "Aha!" he says, "I knew I wasn't wrong. If you was a true Irishman, you'd know an Irish song. But even though you fib to me, I'll still strike up a chord. For my name is Leslie O'Connery. They call me Les for short." And so he sang his song for me, with sincerity and wit, and it boggles me mind and makes me laugh to this day to think of it. But I forget the words, and the melody is gone. But after all, if you recall, I learned it from a leprechaun, and his name was Leslie Oh, anyway, they called him Les for short.